Hi, I'm Bonnie Watson, a fourth grade teacher in Austin, Texas.
And I'm Josie Wozniak, a sixth grade teacher from Southern California. Today, we would like to share how to get started with using WeWillWrite in your classrooms. Whether it's the beginning of the school year or you're ready to try something new mid-year, this webinar will help you implement WeWillWrite, and you'll see just how easy it is to spark excitement about writing.
Students love WeWillWrite because it feels like a game, but it's much more than that. It's a program that encourages collaboration and engages students in practicing the skills that they're learning in class. The challenges, teamwork, and instant feedback create excitement around writing, but the real magic is what happens underneath. Students build confidence, they think more creatively, learn from one another, and develop stronger writing skills through meaningful practice. WeWillWrite doesn't just make writing fun, it really helps students become writers.
Our goals today are simple. We will help you set up your classes, learn how to select writing challenges, use the teacher dashboard to spark authentic conversations and celebrate student growth, and set classroom expectations to maximize student outcomes. Whether you're a classroom teacher, instructional coach, or an administrator, you'll see how this fits into daily instruction, intervention, or school-wide literacy initiatives.
The best way to understand WeWillWrite is to experience it. So here's Vilda with a rundown on how to play this game with your students.
Welcome to WeWillWrite, the social writing program for your classroom. Once you've chosen a challenge set, adjust the prompts to match your schedule. And when you're ready, click Start. Students then join using the link and pin. They enter their name and you'll see them appear on the screen. With everyone in, you're ready to kick things off. Students are placed into teams without knowing with whom or what texts belong to who. You present the first prompt and then the timer starts and the writing begins. It will feel quick. We use short writing bursts to build focus, momentum, and creativity. And that's it, your students are writing. From there, more magic happens, reading the text, discussing them, and voting. So have fun with that. You've got this.
So, are you ready to get started? Now let's switch to the teacher dashboard.
This is your control center. From here, you can manage classes, explore ready-made prompts, create and save challenge sets, review past student writing, access AI-powered insights for the teacher to spark discussion, access PD resources that you can use to share with WeWillWrite with others who are interested in learning about WeWillWrite too. The dashboard is intuitive and it's designed to minimize teacher prep time. You don't need to grade every single piece of writing. The dashboard includes a teacher insights section that helps you spot trends in student writing instantly and creates talking points for teachers. Teachers can also track participation. On the landing page, you'll see your classes and profile settings.
Setting up a class takes just a few minutes. Teachers can create multiple classes, rename classes by period or subject, track writing data by class. This means each of your class's data, if you're teaching multiple classes, is stored in one place and easy to access. So first, select Manage Classes from the drop-down menu.
Click on the plus sign to create a new class, then select your grade level. Choose the monogram for the class. For example, if this is period 2, you may choose to select the number 2, which will appear in the box when you're choosing classes to play the game. Give your class a name, like Mrs. Smith, ELA, 6th grade, etc. Later, when you're ready to start a game, you'll be directed to select the class that your game is intended for. Super important tip, because students don't log in and no data is tied to them, make sure you teach them to log in with the exact same first and last name each time they play in order to keep their portfolio all together in your teacher insights.
Going back to the landing page, you'll see the Discover tab, where you'll find ready-to-use challenges created by WeWillWrite. You can browse by genre, for example, informational, argumentative, or narrative, by topic, grade level, or writing type. This makes it easy for teachers across content areas, not just ELA, to find relevant writing prompts.
Once you've selected a challenge, you can customize it. Adjust the median writing time, remove specific rounds or reorder them, access teaching tips and sentence starters, This flexibility allows teachers to align challenges with their instructional goals, their standards, or their specific skills. For example, practicing sentence expansion or specific grammar concepts. You can also create your own challenges, which we explain how to do in our Creating Your Own Writing Prompts webinar.
The classroom simulator allows you to preview the challenge from both the student view and the teacher view. This is especially helpful for professional development on using WeWillWrite, planning lessons, supporting new teachers, or just checking out the challenge for yourself before you start. It eliminates guesswork. You can see exactly what the students will see while learning how to manage the back end before you ever step in front of a class.
WeWillWrite uses AI to support, not replace, teacher expertise. The AI analyzes writing patterns for immediate feedback and provides insights that help teachers identify strengths in the writing, like strong hooks, vivid imagery, use of rhetorical questions, adjectives, figurative language, and other literary devices. It also helps to guide discussion. This saves time while keeping teachers in control of instructional decisions. This allows you to say, look at how this student used adjectives, so that students are seeing strong writing models and become motivated to apply similar strategies to their own writing.
At any time after a game is over, you can review some valuable teacher insights. You can identify overall winners and finalists, track withdrawn submissions, revisit previous writing sets, and see individual word count for each student.
For each session, you can see the team winners, see how many words the whole class has written, the percentage of students who fully participated, as well as their satisfaction rate. You can also see an AI summary of what worked for your class overall, the next steps and honorable mentions, and who needs a little more guidance. This makes it easy to celebrate growth, use writing samples for mini lessons, document their progress over time, download texts as PDFs to share with parents and school administrators for your conferences or meeting about students.
You could select specific challenges, as in this example, and download all of your student texts or open individual students' files and see their responses from that challenge.
In this section, you can download or just explore each student's entire portfolio from all of the sessions they've played. It shows what's working for them, their trends in their writing, and what's next for each student, as well as their gameplay stats and word count. Students love seeing how many words they've written. This is a great tool for sharing their work at parent conferences and IEP meetings, or just for collecting writing samples.
Now we will get into some tips and tricks for a successful launch. When introducing WeWillWrite to students, frame it as a game, not a test. That's tip number 1. We want you to emphasize practice, growth, and low-stakes writing. This mindset shift dramatically increases participation, especially for reluctant writers. It fosters a desire for growth, and when the pressure of perfection is removed, reluctant writers are more willing to take risks they would never on a traditional writing task.
Tip number 2, normalize quick writes. Students don't need perfection. We're teaching first draft writing. Quick writes help build writing stamina, idea generation skills, and confidence under time constraints. Over time, this translates into stronger, longer form writing. Remind your students you can always copy and paste this into a Google Doc later to polish it. Right now, just get the ideas down.
Tip number 3 is to focus on effort. Celebrate effort and participation over perfection. The time limit helps reduce overthinking and perfection paralysis. The focus is growth and convincing your peers, not flawless writing.
Tip number 4, respect the timer. The timer creates urgency and engagement. Practicing these short writing bursts beforehand helps students adjust and builds comfort with productive pressure, and it teaches them to think on their feet.
Tip number 5 is collaboration over competition. While there is competition built into the game with the animal teams, the true goal is shared growth. Celebrate team wins, class word count goals, improvement over time. Students learn to identify characteristics of strong writing by voting on their peers' writing anonymously. They start to say, wow, that was a great argument, or use of voice or imagery, which builds a community of writers rather than a room full of competitors.
Tip number 6, connect to the bigger picture. Use challenge results to guide your instruction. For example, highlight strong introductions, discuss persuasive techniques, analyze descriptive language. You can pause the game and do a mini lesson right then and there. It becomes a natural formative assessment tool.
Tip number 7 is to celebrate small wins. Momentum matters, so celebrate completion, improvement, and taking creative risks. Students begin to see themselves as writers when they give each other feedback. Even short, incomplete writings can highlight progress in specific areas like vocabulary or sentence structure. Immediate feedback accelerates that growth.
Now let's talk classroom management. Before you start the game, you can review all of the writing tips that they will see when the challenge begins. You can view them together in the dashboard to give the students a chance to preview the prompts. When the game begins, students will have access to the tips in their writing space. Next, clearly define their writing goal, whether it's a class-wide goal or an individual goal for the student. Are we focusing on humor? Are we focusing on using strong verbs? Is there a specific goal that the student wants to set for themselves? When you actually start the challenge, give students that 30 seconds of silence before writing to think about the prompt or the challenge. This is also a great time for students to brainstorm with a seat partner. Clarity up front truly increases quality output.
Voting for the winners. So during voting, be clear about your criteria for voting. Are we looking for strong sensory details or strong arguments? Walk around and ask open-ended questions like, which one is more on track? Which one is answering the prompt best? Which one is most exciting? If a team selects a text that doesn't appropriately answer the prompt, take a moment to address the situation constructively. Start by explaining why the text does not align with the rules or criteria of the challenge. Then replace it with another text from the same team that better fits the prompt. This keeps the focus on skill development rather than just humor or popularity.
Ending the competition, you're going to end by celebrating your winners. Ask the winning team members to raise their hands and encourage the class to applaud their efforts. This recognition can be especially impactful for struggling students who were part of a strong writing team, as it boosts their confidence and encourages them to keep trying. Tracking the class word counts, you can write the class word total on the board and challenge them to beat or increase that number in the future sessions. This collaborative goal emphasizes growth and teamwork over individual competition. Highlight hidden gems for the students who didn't win, but may have written a fantastic paragraph. You can stop the scrolling text at the end of the session and draw attention to standout pieces that didn't make it to the finale. Use this opportunity to celebrate these hidden gems, giving them recognition that they deserve and reinforcing that every student's effort matters. This reinforces growth and builds excitement for the next session.
We highly recommend creating an expectations anchor chart. Clear norms ensure respectful competition, quality writing, and productive discussion. This is especially helpful for school-wide implementation. You can download the one we created using this QR code. As you begin your WeWillWrite journey, remember that writing can be social, playful, and something students genuinely look forward to. Start small. Try one activity and celebrate the laughter, creativity, and conversations that emerge. When students feel safe to take risks and share their ideas, writing becomes more than an assignment. It becomes a way to connect and communicate.
Thank you for joining us today, and we can't wait to see how you use WeWillWrite to help students write more, engage more, and discover the power of their own voices.